Good morning. Morning Musings by Melinda. How was your weekend? Did you get outside and walk a little bit? Gosh, I got in the swimming pool with Elliot. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so cold. But he was so thrilled about it. And so we're going on our 6th week here of working from home, Zoom, FaceTime. It seems to be working great. And people are so lovely and cordial, and the feedback that I'm getting on Facebook is so amazing, so appreciated, just makes my heart just soar to see it. And because of a little bit of extra time, we will be doing another little bit of readings on Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. Arizona time. So, are you closed-minded or are you open-minded? You know, maybe we're a little bit of both sometimes, but I thought it might be interesting to look at the traits of an open-minded person and the traits of a closed-minded person or a narrow-minded person. So I actually think we should start with a narrow mind first and get that out of the way, and then open up to seeing what open-minded people are like, okay? And then the things that you're closed-minded about, maybe you can work on, because isn't that what we're supposed to be doing on planet Earth until we die, is working on ourselves? Isn't that everybody's purpose for being here? Is to learn to grow and stretch and open up and to honor ourselves and to live in integrity and kindness. So let's look at the difference between narrow-minded people and closed-minded people. And again, I just want to thank everybody for your kind words to me always, and join me on Thursday afternoon at 4. So narrow-minded people tend to be very judgmental. They're know-it-alls, you know. They're the ones that, you know, no matter what you say or do, they're closed at looking at the other side of things, okay? In extreme cases, they may be obliged to comment on what their neighbor's wearing or how their neighbor is doing their home, and their status on social media is often very critical. Closed-minded or narrow-minded people must always be right. I told you so is their favorite line. Hey, you know what? I think that's one of my problems. I do say that to Bill a bit, like, hey, I told you that. Anyway, you know, narrow-minded people are always phobic, homophobic, you know, phobic about people that have a different lifestyle, a different color skin, a different way of being, a different religion. They're phobic. You know, live and let live is the way of spirituality, right? They're stuck in their habits. Narrow-minded people stay stuck in habits. They have fear about change. And so actually, narrow-minded people are having a much harder time in this situation than others are. They're the ones that need to blame some things, blame somebody, or get involved in that blame game. They're generalizing a lot of things like all foreigners steal jobs, you know, things like that. All politicians are liars. They are stuck in this verbiage of negativity, and these you know, everybody's the same kind of generalization. Narrow-minded people get offended and upset easily. Evidential, honey, I love you. I hope you're doing well. They're dishonest and have trust issues. You know the thing about having trust issues, and I'm not talking about, you know, the kind of trust that I can't count on you kind of trust. I'm talking about the kind of trust that is constantly haranguing somebody over something. It's usually because the person is dishonest within themselves, and so they're projecting that out. Narrow-minded people can be very dishonest. They're the kind of people that, you know, may end up always criticizing somebody else because they feel it within themselves, okay? They give up on people too easily. Narrow-minded people give up on others too easily, and that makes it difficult. They live by their stereotypes, okay? Their stereotypes are they listen to only one kind of music, etc., you know, that kind of thing. They always have an agenda, and they seldom think independently. And spirituality is about independent thinking, allowance and surrender, love and kindness, integrity and positivity, balance and harmony. So here is the traits of open-minded people. Good morning, Kathleen. Let's see. They are good conversationalists. Open-minded people are great to talk to because even though they may have an argument for you or talk about a certain side of things, they do that without agenda. They're not quick to judge. They allow people to live and let live. They live by the golden rule, which is the truth of all spirituality, is to live by the golden rule. It doesn't matter what religion you practice as long as you live by the golden rule. By the way, religion should be personal between you and God, and you should not try to project your religious belief system onto anybody else. It's between you and God, and if you think other people are screwing up, that's on them, right? Okay, they're inquisitive about life. Open-minded people are constant learners. They want to read. They have interests. They want to try new things. They want to travel a little bit. They're not, doomsayers. Oh my gosh, do you believe how many doomsayers there are out on the internet right now? Holy moly, it is really beyond to see how much doom and gloom there is out there. Now, I know this is a difficult situation, especially for those people who have anxiety and depression. But oh my gosh, the doom and gloom has got to stop, because we're trying to change our vibrational frequency into something that aligns with goodness and positivity so we can change this situation, right? Open-minded people are usually pretty honest, okay? You don't want to say you look fat in that dress. That's a little too honest, but they own their crap. They are able to say, hey, I made a mistake, and be honest about it. They take responsibility. Open-minded people are observant. They watch other people. They have observations about living in life, and they learn from living life and learn how to behave in a manner that allows other people to be attracted to them. They like jokes. Open-minded people are so happy when they're playing and having fun and joking and allowing, because they're not drudgery and seriousness and everything's such a hassle and they've got this burden all the time on their back. So they like jokes. Open-minded people are not easily offended. It's not your job to make everybody like you. If you're easily offended, get over it, for goodness sakes, because who cares? Not everybody can like everybody. Like yourself. That's all that counts, right? Open-minded people are sympathetic. They know how to give sympathy appropriately, not to give a vibration over to the person that deserves the sympathy as a victim, because you don't want to give sympathy and encourage somebody's victimization, but just a simple "I'm sorry and I'm sending you a hug," is all you need to do. Let's see. Open-minded people are comfortable being mavericks. Okay, they are generally not interested in following the crowds and accepting pat answers. They will think for themselves. Open-minded people have a youthful exuberance. Listen, the older I get, the more youthful my exuberance becomes. It's doing the opposite to make things happen in balance. They're great at problem solving. They're not stingy with their time. They're adventurous people. They're patrons of the arts, and they cherish others. And so that's the spiritual way to be, is open-minded. If you find yourself narrow-minded in certain ways, which actually when I read that, I see 2 things I need to work on. So maybe you have 2 things or 3 things of that narrow-mindedness that you need to work on, so you can maintain your open-mindedness and let the flow of the universe flow through you every day. And I hope that you have a super awesome week, and will you please join me on Thursday at 4 for readings. Thank you. Have a great day.